Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. One Piece, but I should let everyone know. I played, my brother got a couple of days ago, like yesterday, The Last of Us. Oh my god, that game is so addictive. That game is so addictive. The only problem is I get fucking angry as fuck when I'm fighting those zombies, those clickers. The things that have a face, a weird face with weird things coming out of its face, of its head, those things piss me off because they're so fucking hard to kill. But that's another thing. Oh, by the way, I expect probably a review on that game when I finish playing it. One Piece episode 606. 606. This one, now, a lot of people were complaining last week that, you know, the One Piece episode, the pacing was fucking horrible. I kind of give it a high rating. I shouldn't have. But yeah, this one, though, a lot of more stuff happened in it. It was a little more, you know, to a point. A lot more action happening and a lot more interesting things happening in it. So we had the main thing was Virgo. The main thing was Virgo. That was done to a good number of extent. I liked how they did that. I don't know what anyone else thought, but I'm giving this 4 out of 5 just because of the Virgo thing. And basically, Virgo's going in there, and everyone's excited that he's back. And this is right after Tashigi, couldn't save her men. Couldn't save the other G5's Marines. And everyone's excited, he's Virgo, and then you notice that the dragon that was there leaves. And he shows up, and he just starts gun fingering everyone. And it got pretty emotional. What I really liked about this part was the use of the flashbacks. I thought that was done very well, to a certain extent. I don't know what anyone else thought. But personally, I thought that was done very well. I thought that was great. He's fingering everyone. And at one point, Tashigi tries to fight him. She can't. He creates Alveda. I can't wait until Virgo has his thing later on. His battle later on. You know what I'm talking about, people. That's going to look awesome because he was, in this episode, he was just putting armament hockey on his hand alone, and that looked insane. I can only imagine what it's going to look like. But yeah. And he basically took out Tashigi, and she's crying and crying, and then all of a sudden, who shows up? Sanji. King Lang would be proud. Anyway, and he's like, saying, the whole thing about a woman crying, and so on and so forth. And there was I think that was the highlight of the episode, to be honest with you guys. That was the highlight of the episode. And nothing else, really. I'm not going to go too much details with anything else, because I think that was the highlight of the episode. That was, thing with Virgo. That was it. And then we had a few other things happening. The comedy side with Zoro and the gang on Brown Beard. He's like, get off me! That thing. And the other thing was Chopper. Chopper and Mocha were the kid that wasn't obsessed with getting the drugs. And, Chopper's helping her stop the kids from getting to the drugs. And then we have the ending scene. Luffy, man, they made him, when he was running so fast, the floor was burning. I was like, damn, that's awesome. And then, we see smoke, and then he sees Caesar, and then he opens, it's like, and then he goes, Caesar, boom, that last Z, that was awesome. So, I should let everyone know from this episode that I'm pretty much going to say, I think we're close to the halfway point. We're getting close to the halfway point. Or almost towards what seems to be the end of this arc. There are a few instances down the road there are a few things that I'm waiting for. There are like about 2 things I'm waiting for. with this arc. And I think everyone knows what those two instances are. But this was a good episode. Like I said, I give it 4 out of 5. Liked how they did the Virgo thing was huge. I really liked that. That was great because they went from the flashback to him fingering people, the finger gun thing, him fingering everyone. You know, they went back and forth to that, and I thought that was done very nicely and very to a point. And yeah, you know the story. 4 out of 5. You know, I mean, because I noticed a lot of people last week, they were like, okay, the episode sucked. It sucked. So I was like, okay, maybe I can understand where they're coming from. But I can't see anyone saying with any full animosity that this episode sucked, at least to some extent. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's the story. Because this was a better episode, because you had the thing with Virgo, you had Luffy at the end punching Caesar. I thought that kind of ties it up. So 4 out of 5. The other thing, before I end this review, this was pretty short because there's nothing else to report on this episode. I will say this. I was just saying about the game The Last of Us. That is going to get a review. And another thing. This manga that Hockey recommended to me, when I finish reading it, first impressions, and then starting, 2 things are going to happen. I'm thinking about this. I've been thinking about this good, long, and hard, and I'm going to do this. First impressions of mangas that I just pick on a fly. You know, just random, you know, surprise me manga here. And the other thing I'm going to be doing, new video segment of manga. Best underrated manga of the week. Because I read most series here and there, and I get them mentioned to me by so many different people, I figure I start doing that now, from now on, to a certain extent, as well. So yeah, that's the story. That's what you can look forward to now. But yeah, this was a good episode. Virgo, oh man, Virgo with the fingering people, in the finger. And then Sanji coming in with that kick. That kick just ripped off the spoon that was on his face. I was like, yo, let's go. That was awesome. But yeah, great episode. Good episode of One Piece 606. And that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, this has been Bonkai 922. See you guys later. Good episode of One Piece. Virgo. Hey, Virgo. You got your kick in the face.